Jericho opened the sliding door and Persephone brushed past him out onto the veranda. He leaned over the railing, wind rustling his hair against his forehead and tickling his bare chest. The sound of waves crashing against the nearby rocks was soothing. Persephone wandered down the stairs to the beach, content to take herself for a walk. Every so often she looked up, making sure that Jericho was still watching her. He kept an eye on her, but his mind was somewhere else entirely. Back in bed, with 4 men he couldn't get out of his mind. Sebastian, Quinn, Will, and Peyton were still fast asleep. At 3 a.m, he should be too. He hadn't been able to settle, though, not even with Quinn wrapped around him, his body heat like a hot water bottle. Jericho had grown up on the streets, doing anything and everything that he had to keep himself and, more importantly, his brothers safe. He'd been arrested for murder at 15 years old. If he'd been smarter, he might have been more careful, but all he'd thought about at the time was revenge and anger. Instead of going through a trial with a guarantee of being locked away, which would have left his brother all alone, he'd been given a choice. Maybe it had been the wrong decision, choosing to become a weapon for the government in exchange for shelter and comfort, but it had kept them fed and given him and Hunter the chance at an education, a life beyond just surviving. He'd gone through hell and back as a child, had shed more blood and tears than anyone his age should ever have to. The training that had turned him into who he was today hadn't been much better, but at least it had made him strong enough to stand on his own 2 feet. He'd been broken down to nothing, built back up, and now nothing could ever take the freedom he'd gained away from him.